Data model. Any protocol is defined to satisfy the data model requirements of the underlying system. CAN is defined to satisfy the data model requirements of an automotive system, which is distributed. But CAN is widely used as long as the system nature is distributed. For example, automation. In this lecture, we are going to understand the data model requirements of a distributed system. Let us start with a centralized system as an example, and slowly extend it to a distributed system. Understanding the terms data, the producer, and the consumer. Let us assume that there is a centralized system, and there are two modules, Module 1 and Module 2. Module 2 tells, I need engine speed. Module 1 tells, I have engine speed. In this case, engine speed is the data that is of interest. The module that produces the data is called the producer. The module that consumes the data is called the consumer. Understanding the data transfer between the producer and the consumer. In order to accomplish the data transfer, we need some sort of infrastructure support, such as software queue. This software queue bridges the producer and the consumer, so that the data transfer could be accomplished. For consuming the data, the consumer should be aware of some important attributes of the data. 1. Identifier of the data. 2. Length of the data. Let us have a look at a simple example, to get a feel of the above attributes. Software queue, FreeRTOS example. In this example, software queue is illustrated with FreeRTOS. The producer creates a queue entry, of required size, updates the data, and pushes the data into the queue. The consumer consumes the data out of the queue. The producer and the consumer agrees on a common queue handle. This queue handle serves as the identifier for the data, and also the common understanding for data size.